Friday, everybody. This is the last day of one of the dopest things I've ever done, and that is mini coaching sessions. I'm so excited that I've gotten a chance to kind of open you guys up to my world and let you know exactly what I do and how we can work together in the future. So that's always a cool thing. Was waiting to see if some more people were gonna come in, but you know me, I like to just get right into it. So I have 4 points as always, and the first point was shed your layers. So it's winter time. Well, it was winter, and with winter you had your chinchillas, all that layers. You had a t-shirt, a shirt under that. It was all about layers. Then the spring came and it was like, okay, just wear an overcoat. But now we letting the overcoat go. So we're shedding layers. The next point is keep your long sleeve shirts. And I just want to add, these points are for men and women. So guys, keep those long sleeve shirts. I know a lot of times, you guys are very by the season to the T, like you don't mix at all. But as a man, it's okay to wear long sleeve shirts and shorts. Like, that's a vibe these days. So don't throw away those long sleeve shirts. Or even for people that choose to wear sweatshirts during the summertime. I mean, I do wear a hoodie or two during the summer. I'm not gonna front. It gets chilly sometimes. So even in those cases, you don't want to put all your long sleeve shirts in storage or in the back of your wardrobe. So that's one thing to consider. You can still use your outerwear. Like for me, I'm a hoodie person all year round. I wear scarves, whether on my head or around my neck, all the time. So that's just me. So with the scarf that I wore the last session, it looked very nautical, very, on a yacht. But it was still considered outerwear, even though it was more geared towards like a spring look. But yeah, it's those type of things that you want to incorporate into your wardrobe, because that's how you accessorize and make the look elevated. That's what it's about with Black luxury. It's about looking elevated. So that's one of the ways. And we all know everybody has a denim jacket that we're gonna wear year round because it gets chilly. Even if you're going to the movies on a date, you're gonna get a coat or a jacket. You want to make sure you're warm. So make sure you keep those denim jackets. And another thing that's really, really popping, and I'm seeing a lot of men get into it too, so I'm talking to you guys as well, is the fedora hats. Make sure you guys keep those hats in rotation. Just because fall is gone and spring is gone, it's still hat season, not just fitted caps. So men, get daring. Get you some straw fedoras, the ones with the band around it. Like, we dappers now. We graduating. Our fashion is changing, which is also why you need a stylist, so that you can change your wardrobe and mature in it. Some people have a problem with that. So that's one of my services, guys. Plug there. But yeah, those fedora hats, tap into those. And the last thing is, don't put those boots in storage. So speaking of boots, I decided to wear some to kind of show you how you can incorporate a very bright spring/summer look and still have boots. Now, some people are anti-boot wearers in the summer because people have very sweaty feet and their pores are just over it. So in cases like that, we don't want you to just be walking around with stinky feet. Granted, there are precautions, but again, sometimes for some people it's just not worth it. So in those cases, I understand, sis or bro, but yeah, it is definitely a thing. Do not be scared to wear boots in the summer. I'm able to balance out my body temperature, trying to show y'all the boots, by basically less up here so that all my warmth can be down there. I promise you it balances out. So those are just a few tips that I have. Again, I am so appreciative of everybody who's been tuning in. Whether it was all week or is this your first time joining, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on. Be sure to stay tuned for the things that I have coming up in the future. There's a lot of collabs that I'm working on. But most importantly, I'm trying to get some more male clients. So guys, like I said, let's get into it. Don't be in a mindset that a woman can't style men, because there's a lot of dope stylists who style men. For instance, Anthony Anderson, the guy from, well, I know him from Blackish. I mean, he was definitely a guy all the way before that, but that's how I associate his image. That is a woman stylist, y'all, and she is goals. So it's fun working with a woman, guys, when it comes to trying to switch up your wardrobe. You get a different perspective. Thanks for the people who have became family, aka clients of mine, by way of this session, me opening up to you guys, and you in turn, you know, making this a very comfortable space to be in. I'm not a real person, you know, the reels that everybody do. I'm not really into that. So I'm just trying to find my lane to find what I'm okay with putting reels to. So I'm thinking maybe something more informative, kind of along the lines of what I've been doing here on the lives. Just trying to provide tips and to allow people to get to know me in this image consultant space. But as I mentioned last Friday, I am getting into wedding styling. So my page is going to switch a little, not completely, but those type of things will start to be on my feed as we get more into wedding season. The official date, they say, is like June 20th, which is the first day of summer. But we all know, especially in the Black community, our weddings, they year round. But we definitely start in April, March. So the official one is June. So that is when I'm kicking off my services. I'll be sharing a lot of gems with you guys, letting brides on a budget, as well as brides with a huge budget, know that I'm here to service them and will allow you to have the opportunity to get more vintage pieces, things that other brides won't be caught in. So that is the advantage of going through a bridal stylist like myself. But again, men, I am also a groom stylist as well. A lot of times grooms don't wear custom suits because they tend to make it about the woman, which I pray who I end up with is not like that. We get and tailor everything. So that's the kind of vibes that I want. But there's a lot of men who don't mind. But even in that instance, when you just want to rent, I'm still able to provide you the resources on where to rent, and make sure that when you rent, it still is as close to your body type as it needs to be. That is very, very important when things fit you customly, even though it's not made specifically for you. And you have those kind of places like Indochino. That's a plug there that I just gave somebody. Okay, fellas. They have really cool sales during this time of year as they're switching. So these are gems that I'm able to provide to you guys as well. That's one of my goals, in addition to the wedding styling, is just simply making this space comfortable for guys to feel that they can trust me as a stylist. I do a lot of streetwear. That's my lane. But I'm definitely into the dapper. And of course, all things female. So I'm a market for everyone, even though a lot of times people say, no, find your niche. My niche is whoever wants this oxymoron experience. Period. So thank you guys so much for watching again. Thank you in advance for taking this journey with me as I switch lanes. But still, it all being an oxy thing, to broaden my experience and my expertise and my connections in this coin. That's all the goal, you know. There's a list. So I have to set myself up and position myself to be in rooms and connect with people who are able to get me where I need to be. And I can get that with your help. So make sure when people are asking about weddings or they're confused, because that's a common thing. Like, what do I do? Who do I talk to? Where do I start? I do wedding consultations. So yeah, let's start putting our names out there. Let's, because at this point, the Instagram tags and stuff like that is mundane, and people like it and they keep moving and they don't really pay attention to it. So I'd rather my support go back to the basics. Tell a friend, like a real friend, somebody you know. Tell them about what Oxymoron is doing. That's what I want. I want to build relationships. And with that comes real relationships with people that you know and not just people on your friend list. So thank you guys for your support. All that rambling to say, stay tuned. There's a shift, and I hope that you're willing to ride. Happy Friday.